Good evening and welcome to the Vinnies 2020 CEO Sleepout, a first ever national virtual event. For the first time in 15 years of its history, the CEO Vinnies Sleepout found itself without a home. 1,600 loyal participants right now finding themselves on couches, in cars, in their backyard.
We need to reflect upon the footsteps we're leaving to know where we're heading, creating and shaping a future for all of us. So don't let the social distance make us socially absent.
The good thing about this crisis, I guess, is that it's forced innovation, and that's exactly what's happened with this event. There was no way it wasn't going to happen.
So what are you hoping those Cs will get out of tonight?
Well, I hope they get a bit uncomfortable and that they eat a little bit more poorly than they normally would. I hope that they feel the cold. I hope that they wake up many times and reflect on some of the stories that we're about to hear.
Your first year, Dad's been doing this for 11 years. Apparently he hasn't cut his hair ever since he first started sleeping out. And now you as a 9-year-old for the first time get to sleep out with Dad. Why do you find it important to support Vinnies and support people less fortunate?
I think it's good because with the crisis, there's getting more and more homeless, and it's good to help them and get them off of the streets into places with like a home for them, rather than them just staying on the streets with nothing.
Did you ever think you'd find yourself in a situation like that?
Never, ever, ever, never. You know, I always thought, I'd have a loving, happy family, and a loving, happy husband, But never end up like this.
So you were just bouncing around, refuge
around.
to the street, refuge, and then you found yourself with Vinnies.
Yes.
So what's happened since then?
They have helped me. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here.
What do you have to say to Vinnies?
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's all I can say. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
I'm giving you a virtual hug right now. I bet you,
There you go.
There's a lot of people right now giving Gail a very big virtual hug.
What it makes me feel, Andrew, it's applied on society that shouldn't exist in modern society, in modern Australia, such a rich country like ourselves. And, this COVID time just worries me even more so.
I got involved in this because in my job, I just saw so often how homelessness can be the beginning of a downward spiral so easily.
Why is the money being raised by the CEOs and everyone that's donating tonight so important for Vinnies?
To help people like me that can be having such a perfect life, and then the rug's just pulled out from underneath you, and then all of a sudden you really need help.
Do you think people understand just how much of an impact it has on lives? It's not just money, it actually changes lives.
It does change lives. I don't think I'd be here now. I think I'd be in a worse spot.
Everybody's here with one cause, and that's to try and help the homeless, and I think that's fantastic.
There's a lot of care and contribution to support people that are homeless, but it's a big problem. It's a big social policy problem, really.
The one thing that really, to me at least, never ceases to amaze me is the different stories that you hear, like Jess and others, and getting to understand that really homelessness can happen to anyone also at any point in time in our lives. I think each one of us has to do as much as we can to help people who are experiencing homelessness to get out of that cycle.
Who's going to win the award for National Fundraiser of 2020? And it is indeed, with great pleasure, I now introduce Nick Reed.
I'd love to be able to solve homelessness. I know, that would be amazing, but I think at the end of the day, all I can do and all my team can do is raise money and awareness and hopefully make a direct contribution.
You won't get the pleasure of it tonight, but I've got it here for you. You're going to have to trust me. It is a really plush pillow, Nick. It's really nice. It's time to go to sleep. Tuck yourself under that cardboard. Make the most of the moments that you have to reflect on why you're doing it and the incredible work that you've done. Done an amazing job. Well done. Congratulations. $5 million, Vinnies CEO Sleepout. In a year with so much bad news, finally some good news. Good night.